Aladdin and the King of Thieves. I've been waiting to talk about this movie for a very long time. After talking about the return of Jafar, I've been waiting to finally get to talk about this movie, and I'll finally get to talk about the live action Aladdin. That kind of did not go too well from the first story. And those of you already know about Aladdin. Trust me, those of you already know how this movie existed at the end of the trilogy once and for all. Came to an end toward 1996. In this movie, it's about our main hero, Aladdin, and Jasmine finally getting married. Which is weird because they just got married in the first film, but I guess it just takes place before they actually got married. But Aladdin was holding on to a treasure that belongs to his father for a very long time. I think he died a long time ago. Felt like all alone before he actually met Princess Jasmine. And the legendary actor Robin Williams has finally returned after the return of Jafar, married 2 years later, to be his last role playing the genie. Anyhow, there's these other bloodthirsty thieves, like Saluk, who's supposed to be the better leader to the other king of thieves. And they're after this legendary treasure, or scepter, or that's not an ordinary scepter, and they find the legendary treasure. The strange Egyptian lady spirit explains everything to who only answer one question, and knowing that his father is alive this entire time. Which, fun fact, those of you who watch the first Aladdin movie, Aladdin does have a mother just in the deleted scenes. In the original first film. I mean, when I watch these movies countless times, it just shows that Aladdin's not an orphan. He does have a family membership. Turns out his father is alive after all this time. That he finds the King of Thieves' lair, that they were no match for the genie's magic powers or Aladdin's magical, wonderful skills and psychic animals. Also, Iago, still voiced by Gilbert Godfrey, and Abu being voiced by Frank Welker making noises. And it's his son that's already the son of the King of Thieves. But they had to challenge him to a duel of Aladdin fighting Rasul, Saluk, to the death. First time I saw this, we see blood in this. For a kids movie, sure gets dark, and you see your eyes do not deceive you. You actually saw blood on Aladdin's arm. You actually seen him get stabbed. That's pretty brutal. Just like in the first Aladdin film, how Aladdin stabbed Jafar's head, the snake. It actually shows blood. I mean, jeez Louise. This movie is actually better than the second film. It's actually the best part. It had action and great characters. There's even lots of songs, which I will not play, being copyrighted. I would say this is actually slightly better than Return of Jafar. And Robin Williams still does his thing, playing the genie, doing lots of other Disney references. And show the animation budget shows they had time and effort to make it interesting. So Aladdin's father's not like a deadbeat dad. He does care for his son and tries to protect him from danger, and he wants to make his son proud and mother. And Aladdin's not interested to the treasure, but they just go and do it anyways. That's pretty much a great relationship. I kind of like how Cassim, which is Aladdin's father's name, and talk to Iago, and they have like a pretty great relationship. Besides Aladdin talking to Iago as a good friend, and it's a pretty amazingly great film. It just continues like the series. It's right where it went off of Aladdin and Jasmine having their great relationships. They still got like the same voice actors since the first film of 1992 toward 1996. They still got like Jim Cummings playing Razul, the Sultan's guard. The Sultan still, as he is from the first film, happy, jolly, kind-hearted father. Let's just say, originally a great film. The animation still looks pretty much the best part. Voice acting still holds up pretty well. To make this review very shortly as possible, I love all the characters in it. I love how there's like all the 40 thieves. He's become like Aladdin's friend as he joined the club. So he can save his own skin and his friends as well. And had to go for that scepter to find that legendary treasure that leads to a giant turtle. And I'm not kidding, it actually shows a giant turtle they actually ride on. Yeah, the ancient city is on the back of a turtle. That's incredibly neat. And seeing the other characters get some good action going, find the other thieves, is a pretty great part. And the best part is like how it shows a wonderful style. When they go on top of the statue, it shows like pretty good 3D in 2D animation. It's like the greatest part. They're looking for that hand of mice that turns everything into solid gold. And I just love it. It's just the greatest part of this film ever made. I'll try not to spoil the whole thing, but you might give it a good time to watch this film. You'll have a wonderful time watching this amazingly good sequel. It has like all what you have been hoping for an animated series of Aladdin. It's such a brilliantly great film. I really, really enjoyed this film. I used to watch this countless times. Like even people that react to the film loved it. Whether you're not like into Return of Jafar, this film will always be an effort to be one of the greatest parts of the trilogies. So, to be truthful, I think this is slightly better than The Return of Jafar. It has remarkable ideas, it has great character development. You'll have a wonderful time watching this movie a few more times. So all I could say is, it's worth every bit of money on it. I had to cut this review very shortly so you can enjoy this brilliant, greatest film that ever existed. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Disney review.